Hello class, this is Corbin Sylvie and I'm part of Dr. Hall's Speech 101 class at Baltimore City Community College, and today I will be giving my oral history interview speech. Now, I chose to do my interview on a good friend of mine. She's also my mentor and a lady that I look up to and respect very much. Her name is Kelly Belcher, and she was born on July 8th, 1978 in Birmingham, Alabama. She was born to blue-collar, working-class parents, and that shaped her expectations for what she viewed her family to be like in the future. She was also an only child, which was different from a lot of her friends back in her childhood because she didn't feel like she had anyone to play with. But it actually taught her to be happy being alone. So it shaped who she is today. Now, when I asked Kelly what the most significant event in her life has been, she kind of chuckled. And I think that's because this event has had such a rippling effect on all other areas of her life. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. So when I asked Kelly, she answered the most significant event in her life that has kind of changed the course of her life was marrying her husband, Jeff Belcher, who is not only a musician, but also a pastor. Now, this has many implications, as Kelly expressed to me. One of the biggest being that you move around a lot. You live in many different places, and part of that is because as a musician, he traveled and went on tour, and he was also a guest worship leader at many churches across the country. And then later on in their marriage, he accepted the call into pastoral ministry, which again meant moving. So there's been many implications, that being the biggest. Now, with moving around a lot, definitely comes some challenges. And some of those challenges would be when you're moving around a lot, maybe it doesn't quite feel like home right away. So you could get homesick, as Kelly expressed to me. But if you stay there long enough and you get to know the people and the culture, it can start to feel like home. So those are definitely some of the challenges in moving around a lot. But despite the challenges, Kelly expressed that there are also some great benefits to moving around a lot. And some of those would be that you get to see a lot of the country. You get to see some beautiful land. She's been to Colorado and Alabama and Kansas, Missouri, Arizona, and now here in Baltimore. She's gotten to see a lot of the country. And she's also gotten to meet a lot of great people in all the different places that she's been. And she said that has been one of the greatest benefits that has kind of rippled down from the decision to marry her husband, a musician and a pastor. Now, when I asked Kelly to share some parting words or some thoughts for the future for my classmates and I, she quoted, "Variety is the spice of life." And when I asked her maybe to expound on that, she said that this teaches us to open ourselves up to new experiences because wonderful things can happen when we open up ourselves to new experiences. Kelly accepted the variety that came with marrying both a musician and a pastor, and because of this, it has filled her life with much spice and good things. So she really encouraged me to express that to you, that when we open up ourselves to new experiences, it can be a wonderful thing, such as her decision to marry both a musician and a pastor has been something that she didn't expect. Growing up, she expected to marry into someone who was maybe blue-collar and working class, just like her parents, and she expected somewhat of a mundane life. But because of her choice to not marry into the expected role, she has experienced some wonderful things, and she encouraged me to share that with you all today. So thank you so much for listening to my speech, and I hope Kelly's story has inspired you all to open yourselves up to new experiences and to new things. Thank you so much.